your girl, Queen Naja. Thank you guys for watching Grape TV News.
You know, we got to talk about this, y'all. This whole Kel Mitchell situation, where he's exposing his baby mama. Okay, he's exposing his baby mama. All right, for cheating on him. Okay, this is crazy, man. And he said he took her back. That's the crazy thing about it. He said she had 2 babies on him. You know what I'm saying? And she got rid of babies, all type of stuff while she was with him. And she claiming that he lying. Okay, so we about to clock this tea, y'all. We about to clock this tea, but for copyright purposes, man, let me see if I can make the screen bigger. Maybe it's something like this. I think we could do something like this, y'all. Maybe we could do something like this. All right. And we gonna share this screen, okay? Shout out to obviously Club Shay Shay and Shannon Sharp for the great interview. Kel Mitchell, one of my favorite childhood actors, you know, from Good Burger. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes. Hey, you know, or all that, you know, Kenan and Kel, right? So let's do this real quick. Make it a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying? Pause. It says Kel Mitchell discusses having trust issues and reveals his ex-wife had you know, got rid of the baby. He initially thought it was his child, but she later told him. She said after they were married, and that the baby she got rid of was actually another man's. Man, that's crazy. Can you imagine what that does to a man mentally? You know? This is crazy, man. Yeah, it's a Grape Tea gang. Yeah, hit that like button. You said you agree, Grape Tea, get a DNA test ASAP. Facts. Sounds like Blueface to me made a baby in him too. Wait, what you talking about? You said growing up watching them? Yeah, man, I grew up watching them. Yep. Quiet on the set. My childhood memories of these celebrities have been tainted at this age of Aquarius. Yeah, I agree, man. All of this crazy stuff has definitely ruined our childhood, man, and how we look at these people, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. So let's do this, man. Let's do this. All right. So fair use, man. Check this out, man. Let me put the banner at the bottom. Let me put this banner at the bottom. All right. So you already know. And we can put it first as well. This is a copyright disclaimer, y'all. Okay, this is for fair use. Okay, this is for criticism, comments, news reporting. Okay, and for research, for entertainment purposes, with a little bit of satire. Okay, and comedy. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Check this out, man. Fair use, and this is Kel Mitchell from Kenan and Kel exposing his ex-wife. All right, as a cheater. All right, let's go.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It wasn't Liar, but it was Amanda Bynes was supposed to was in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was about a kid that lies and all that stuff like that. But they wanted me to actually be in that movie at first, you know, and I was like, yo, we should put Kenan in it. That would be dope to put Kenan in it, and we both do that because we had a 3-picture deal at Paramount when we were doing that. But they decided that you know, they didn't do the other movies. We just did Good Burger. But I was doing Mystery Man, so they were like, yo, you should be on that. And I was like, oh yeah, but let's put Kenan in. They were like, nah, I think this is just be with you. And I'm like, no, but I feel like, you know, we got the show, let's do it. And also too, the writer is the same writer I had fallen out with, you know what I mean? That's in the room. And so I'm just like, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
Right.
And I remember I left out of the room, and you know, all these producers excited about doing this movie.
Right.
And I remember I left out of that room, that situation, and then I saw Kenan, and then I saw Nick, and they were like, yeah, we heard about that meeting. They just started laughing.
Right.
And for me, I felt like, yo, y'all was in there fighting for you. You know what I mean? And that kind of hurt at that moment. Thing about me was that relationship is very important. And you need to let people know how you feel. At that time, wasn't doing that.
Right.
There was a trust thing. You know what I mean? I had already been through death, you know, within my family in Chicago, and all these things were going on. At this point, both of my uncles was murdered. I had a friend that was murdered that we talked about. Yep. All this happened around the same time. And so there wasn't any, I wasn't seeing any therapist or anything of that nature. I was just working constantly with working on the show. And within doing that, and then at that time too, I ended up marrying my ex-wife. You know,
It's crazy that he had to go through all of this, huh? Like, I mean, it's coming out that a lot of these Nickelodeon and Disney stars and stuff, man, they had to go through a lot, man. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, just to get, just to warm our hearts as kids, just to put a smile on our face, to give us memories, you know what I'm saying? To entertain us, and we not understanding that in the background, man, these people are really suffering mentally and spiritually and stuff like that. I mean, man, this is crazy, man, but it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse, y'all. So check it out.
Because we had another baby. We had the baby, right? We had the abortion, but then we had a baby. And
that's crazy, right? That, she was getting pregnant by other men, and this guy, he kept taking her back, he just kept taking her back. It do kind of remind me of the whole Blueface and Krishan Rock situation, because Blueface said that, he called Krishan cheating on him plenty of times, and he just took her back. He loved her, and that's why, a lot of people do believe that, that Krishan Jr. isn't his, allegedly, but he's still willing to be with her and be a father and stuff like that, just because he's just infatuated with her, But yeah, this whole situation is crazy, man.
She ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine. And so within that process, you are immediately married within a lie already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the marriage was never the same after that, was it?
No, it was. This is at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is right at the beginning.
This is at the beginning of their marriage. This isn't something that's like, this is not something that you can build a marriage off of. So their marriage, their union was already starting off on the rocks. Okay, already starting off on a bad note. You know what I'm saying? And this guy was going through so many mental issues. Remember, he said he wanted to take his own life and all of this stuff like that. So maybe he felt like, this was the only person that, that actually loved him or he could latch on to, be supportive, whatever the case may be. But man, you can't deal with somebody that's willing to do something like this to you, man. This isn't love. But at the end of the day, his wife denies all of this, his ex-wife. So it's very interesting to hear his story and then hearing her side. Okay, so let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. This is crazy. Fair use.
And so within that process,
she probably should have kept that to herself.
And well, I'm glad she didn't. And so within that process, with that being known, it was just like, yo, and now I'm on TV. Oh, I'm still on TV. All this thing, and I don't have time to really process that. And she almost, with even in being, the pregnancy, she almost died within the pregnancy. So that was a hard time too.
Right.
And I remember some of the writers coming to the hospital, and they were like bringing presents, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, cool, thank you. And then they were like, yo, when can you be back on set? And it was just
bro,
like,
you see what I'm dealing with?
Yeah, we'll see what I'm dealing with. But no shout out to.
Look at the demands that he had to go through. He's going through all of this stuff with his girl, and then his marriage is falling apart, and all this infidelity and all this stuff. So I can only imagine what his mental space was, what his head was going through. You know what I'm saying? What he was going through. So this is crazy, man. I mean, this is totally crazy. And he still had demands with work, and his job and stuff like that. So I just can't believe this, man. And it's crazy because it seemed like Kayla's a cool guy, but I mean, obviously we don't know him, and we're gonna get his ex-wife side of the story too, So let's keep it going.
No shade to them. Mm-hmm. They were doing what they were told as far as a job to see if Kayla can be back on set. Mm-hmm. And I was the one that ended up getting someone pregnant, around that time. But I'm just setting up so you understand what was really going on.
Right.
when we get to 2004. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In that process. So and now knowing that this, the kid is mine, and then now leaving the show, on Nickelodeon, and then I had Mystery Man, this big show, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that's gonna be it. You know what I mean? And learning within that process too, where it was like, hey, well, no, I don't want to renew on all that Kenan and Kel. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I already know what's going on as far as what's happening within this realm of what's going on with the show behind the scenes and what's going on with me. And I was just like, yo, I'm ready to leave anyway. And then Mystery Man didn't do as well as we thought it was going to. You know what I mean? As we thought it was going to do within that process. And then just navigating through that, now being a father. And here's the thing about it is that the reason I didn't have anybody relate to, because I was the first one out of the entire cast to be married, to have a house, have kids, and Kenan, Nick, none of them could relate to that. They were still being kids. Mm-hmm. And also too, there was this process of, I got it all together. I already know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? To me, it was like, I can handle this. I can handle this. Right. No.
You couldn't.
No, you can't handle this within the start because you're really going through something that is really deep, and you need to let people know and let people know how you feel and let people know what's on your heart, what's really going on. But I kept it in and was like, I can handle this.
This is crazy, man. It's crazy that he took the woman back and he just dealt with her. He just dealt with the situation. It's crazy, man. You said it's crazy seeing him on Club Shay Shay. Yeah, it was kind of random. He was like one of the last people that I would have thought I would have saw on the show. But I'm glad he was on here. He was able to speak his truth, and it was entertaining. He has a lot to say. He's always been a very charismatic person. Joni said, "Grape tea, your voice sounds so beautiful tonight." Thank you so much. Yeah, it don't sound as bad as yesterday, man. I was, the allergies was kicking my butt. Kel had to deal with Dan Schneider, and this is the things that he gets. I'm telling you, man, he had to go through a lot. It seemed like, you said, especially when I hit those notes. Thank you. Yeah, I know we be over here having a good time. Yeah, Home of the Good Burger. Man, I love that movie, man. I grew up on that. Where's Orlando? Oh, you saying Orlando on a Club Shay Shay interview? That would be interesting. I think that would go viral. I think that would be viral. I'm surprised he hasn't been on here yet, but he'll probably be on here soon. You said he was way bigger than Kenan. Yeah, back in the day, he definitely was. A lot of people did like Kel. Kel was the show on Kenan and Kel. He was the guy. I ain't gonna lie. Kenan had his parts and stuff like that, but it was definitely almost the Kel show. You know what I'm saying? Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, she wasn't the only the one messing with men. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what she claims allegedly. We're gonna talk about that. She does claim that that he was messing around with men. You know what I'm saying? But we go get to that part. Yes, infatuation can do a number on a person. Yeah, man, especially when you're having like mental issues, you're grieving or stuff like that. You can latch on to people and they can take advantage of you. That's terrible. He couldn't have been my brother. That would have had to go somewhere. Yeah, I definitely understand. You said it's bad, but it's not a minor. Yeah, you being funny. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Put a helicopter in the chat for Bosses of Talk, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It really sucks that he had to go through this situation. He said Nick earlier makes me think he was in the bed with him in his cheerleading outfit. Allegedly, that's what his ex-wife claims. That she claims that Nick Cannon is a cross-dresser allegedly, and that he stole her cheerleading outfit, which is crazy. Okay. Shay Shay's pants asking for a flood. Yeah, man, I was looking at that too. He had no socks on. It was showing all his ankles. Shay Shay pants look painted on. No Diddy. That's what. It do look crazy. That's the reason Shay Shay walks the way that he does. You saying he's club sashaying? All that was so lit. Those kids were amazing. Yeah, man, it was a great show. I'll argue that all that is better than Saturday Night Live. That is that. Check it out. Hey man, I used to love that show, man. Y'all know what's another good skit? Obviously, the Gut Burger, right? But I actually used to like Kale when he was a repairman. Remember that? Remember somebody would break something or something needs to be fixed, right? And he'll just jump out of the ceiling out of nowhere, and he'd be like, "It's me, repairman, man." Hey man, that used to be funny, man. Kale was a good actor. Cal seems like a good dude. Yeah, man, he was. He seemed like a good dude, you know, on the outside looking in. He was on One-on-One too. Remember, y'all? He was Brianna and Arnaz's and all of them. He was all of their landlord. Remember, he was their landlord in LA. He was on One-on-One the last season. Shout out to God Bless 23. Says salute Grape T, Miles and Chet. Peace, blessings. I'll catch the replay. It's all love. It's all love. Salute to you. Welcome to the Grape T gang. Tenderoni 57. Hey, there, Grapes. It's all love. Appreciate you being here, Tenderoni. Yeah, Grape T game. We in the building. Let me see. You said Shay Shay need a stylist? Yeah, all of this is alleged, y'all. Even if it's true, it's allegedly. Okay. Yeah, you said he need a stylist though. Kel was the funny one. He definitely was. Kel definitely was the funny one. Yeah, I think he was on the Parkers a few times too. I do remember that. Orlando claimed Nick was sus too, allegedly. Yeah. Orlando says a lot of stuff. Y'all. He says a lot of stuff. So ain't no telling what's true, what's not. So, you know, same thing with Jaguar Wright, you know. But let's keep it going. All right. It says, this is another clip, okay? Shout out to Club Shay Shay, of course, and shout out to Art of Dialogue, okay? It says, Kel Mitchell details his experience of going through an exorcism, y'all. So he's saying that he was demon possessed, y'all, and reveals he was told his ex-wife put a hex on him. All right, so this is crazy, y'all. So let me share this screen. Okay, all right, and check it out, man. Fair use, okay?
And I met a friend of mine there, Janice Woody, right? And she had an evangelist that was like her spiritual mother. She said, I wanted to pray with you, Kel. And I said, okay, cool. You know, let's do that, you know? And she started to pray with me. I met another evangelist in the same process. A friend of mine named Chico Bennyman. Not Chico Bennyman. Chico. He's an actor that was on One-on-One.
Okay.
So met up with him. His mom was evangelist. But he got us all together one time to pray. And
I told y'all he was on One-on-One. Yeah, I remember that. He was on the last season with One-on-One with Kyla Pratt. Yep.
She was praying over everybody. It was me, Essence Atkins, a bunch of different other actors that were there. When she started praying over us, right, there was this moment where everybody just started spitting up, throwing up. I'm gonna get deep with you real quick, okay? So it was like an exorcist type of moment, you know, with everybody. And I walk into this situation where I'm like, hey, yo, what is really going on? What's going on? And, you know, now this process, I'm walking in, I'm you know, dating the girl that I'm dating at that time. We are walking there, and she notices, you know, Chico's mom notices that, you know, I'm going through, you know, some things. She said, come here. I said, okay. She said, you need to forgive some people, and you need to say that person's name out loud. And I know what you're going through within court and all the things you're going through. You need to forgive that person, and you need to say her name out loud. So I said, I've said my ex's name out loud and forgave her, you know, and let go of that anger and forgave her, right? She said also, too, she has done some things as far as like putting a hex on you, these different things she has done, spiritual wise. And I'm like, what? I'm like, yo,
you put the root on you?
I'm like, yo, what you talking about? Like,
hey man, you never know. I mean, people do practice voodoo. That's a real thing, you know? But it's crazy that he had to go through an exorcism. So, man, Kel has been through a lot, y'all. Kel has been through a lot, you know? You said it. You said it's dangerous to have kids acting that young, especially a sketch comedy show, morphing into all those different personalities. That's a good point. That's a good point. He does sound very zesty. He talks like Ricky Smiley. Oh man. Oh man. He may be telling the truth allegedly. People in that industry do that weird-ish allegedly. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's what they say. That's crazy though, man. You said people do deal in root work. I know. So it's definitely scary. You said this interview is all over the place. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot to say. You know, he's been actually pretty quiet.
Like what? Like what? And she's like, yeah. I understood it, within what was going on. When she told me that, now this is me being introduced to the spiritual realm, because we are spirits.
Right.
And we're in the spiritual realm. And so when that happened, she said, I want you to say blood of Jesus. I want you to start saying blood of Jesus, and I'm going to pray over you. And she started to do that. Now I'm spitting up. And within that process, getting reconnected to the Lord in a very spiritual way in this moment. Now all my friends are here. Some of my homies are here. And they're seeing me. And what is happening within this process, demons start like literally speaking out their name. I'm saying their names out loud, but they're coming out of my body.
Wow. This is crazy. And look how Shannon just kind of watching. And I would have been asking a lot of questions like, what are you talking about, bro? This sound like, this, you really went through The Exorcist. This ain't even no movie, And he talking about it so casually, which is insane.
So each one is saying who they are. So imagine I'm watching this as this is happening to me. And they're literally going, I'm such and such, and my body would contort and be something totally different as this is talking and I'm spitting out. And as this is going on and I'm saying all this, I'm like, yo, and they all come out. Finally, I'm tired after like an hour of warring within the spirit. And everyone's she's speaking in tongues and me warring within the spirit. And after that happens, then I get up and my face, bro, like my face was totally clear. Like I'm talking like clear. I went to the bathroom and I'm like, yo, and I just sat down and it was like I just had a craziest workout. And at that moment, no one could tell me that there's not a God. Wow. Because I understood that this is spiritual warfare.
Man, he basically saying his ex-wife was a demon, y'all. He's basically saying his ex-wife was a demon. Is y'all catching that? You said you was thinking the same thing? Sounds like he's been through a lot. A lot of them people can a lot of them most people can never experience. Yeah, man. It seemed like he's been through a lot. He always seemed genuine to me. Doesn't he preach now? Oh, he's a preacher? No, I don't know. I know he did. I know he's still acting. I know they did Good Burger too. I didn't watch it because, usually when they try to bring back movies like that, man, they kind of ruin them. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It just seems like he's, he been through a lot, man. It's actually really scary. It's really scary. You said catching. Oh, you caught that too? Yeah, he's basically calling his ex-wife a demon, y'all, saying that she's demon possessed. All right. You said, so glad that I am friends with my ex and his now wife. Love them too much to ever expose anything negative about them, about my then husband. Wouldn't want to hurt my beautiful children by hurting their dad. Hey, man. Hey, I couldn't have said it any better myself. Salute to you. It's great that you got a great relationship with them. That reminds me of Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys and his ex-wife. They're all cool. Even though the situation was messy, they're all cool, and they keep the peace for the babies and for the kids. Same thing with Derrick Rose and his baby mamas. Yeah. I'm thinking she put a root on him. Allegedly. And that's what he was saying. Nah, he preach or a pastor. Check him out when you can. Okay. I didn't know that. Grape T, you have a blessing that is due to you, man. Oh man, I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling, but blessings to you, my brother. Oh, thank you so much, man. I'm just a regular person, regular guy. I just try to, be a good person. and create content, y'all. I just try to stay out the way, mind my business. I don't try to, put any type of negativity in anybody's life. If you knew me personally, everyone says that, I'm pretty low key. I stay out the way. I help people when I can, and I'm just not a negative person, but thank you. That's why he took her back after everything she did to him. She had to wool over. She had the wool over his eyes. Okay. So you think she was like a wolf in sheep's clothing? Cause that's kind of like that's kind of like how he's presenting her, but we got more tea, y'all. We got more tea. So she responds to this, y'all. She responds to this whole interview, she has something to say, y'all. All right. So let's click on this. All right. Fair use. Okay. Shout out to Art of Dialogue for the post again. Okay. Let me make this a little bigger so y'all can see it at least real quick. All right. It says, Kel Mitchell's ex-wife, Taisha Hampton, okay, responds to Club Shay Shay interview and claims he's lying about her getting, an A-word and cheating on him. She's saying that he's lying. Okay. So let's go.
I think all
right. So fair use, y'all. Fair use. Let me, let's check it out, y'all. Fair use.
You know what? You get married, you just stay married for the rest of your life. So I figured that I had to accept Kel for who he was because he was my husband. But along the way, I realized that there were just some things that I could not accept. And once I stopped accepting those things that he wanted me to accept, that's when the man got completely psycho and crazy.
But what were he was being very specific on what you were doing. What was he doing that you saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like that you wasn't approving of or something like that, and him switching, So right now, y'all know I'm unbiased. I'll drag both of them, but right now I'm leaning more towards Kel. But the more she talk, I might be a little more balanced or go to her side. But what are you saying exactly? What are you saying exactly? Let me rewind this, man. What is she saying exactly?
I think you know what? You get married, you just stay married for the rest of your life. So I figured that I had to accept Kel for who he was because he was my husband. But along the way, I realized that there were just some things that I could not accept. And once I stopped accepting those things that he wanted me to accept, that's when the man got completely psycho and
I don't know, man. I don't know. What are the things? Be specific, girl. Because he's saying that, you was cheating on him and having A-words, getting rid of the kids, okay? And it wasn't even his. And he just kept taking you back. That's mentally draining, emotionally draining, financially draining. I can only imagine. Okay. Remember, the guy said he wanted to take his own, he wanted to unalive himself, So what you talking about, girl? Let's go.
Crazy. And this really began the narcissistic nightmare that I'm still I hope people are realizing that this is why this is still trauma, right? Because still so many years ago, this man is lying about abortions. I mean, just the fact that you're even lying about abortions is crazy. That's really crazy work. But then also to state that because of these fake abortions or because of cheating, because of me cheating, this man said he wanted to kill himself. I mean, just think about how narcissistic that sounds.
How is that narcissistic? Oh no, this woman is insane, y'all. She actually sounds narcissistic. She's saying it's narcissistic so she's not saying that she didn't cheat on him. Y'all notice that? Is y'all peeping this? She's saying that he's not lying about the cheating, about her cheating on him. He's lying about her having A-words, getting rid of babies, due to cheating on him. And him wanting to unalive himself due to this, due to her cheating on him and having these A words, getting rid of the babies and stuff like that, he's a narcissist. What? Hey, this woman is insane, y'all. I don't know if I heard that right. Okay? I don't know if I heard that right. That's crazy.
I mean, just the fact that you're even lying about abortions is crazy. That's like really crazy work. But then also to state that because of these fake abortions or because of cheating, because of me cheating, this man said he wanted to kill himself. I mean, just think about how narcissistic that sounds.
I don't know. Hey, she lost me. She lost me with that, y'all. She lost me with that. She's saying it's narcissistic for him to want to unalive himself due to her cheating. Wow. You can't make this up, man. Let's go, man. Fair use. Let's go.
Right. Another thing is, and I want to clarify this very much. In the interview, Kel is acting like, we did not want our son and it was a secret. It was not a secret. It was never a secret. We wanted our son. He's the one who wanted me to get pregnant with the son. We told everybody. Both of our parents knew as soon as we found out that we were pregnant. And so there was no sneaking around. It was not a shock. Every single person knew, and he made it a point to make everybody know. So like, that's even crazy to me, because when this was happening, as soon as I found out that I was pregnant, he was so excited, and his parents, everyone was so excited, and we were all excited. So this is so strange to me, this version of events that he somehow now has.
This is crazy, man. I don't know, man. She's kind of losing me on this. I'm trying to be unbiased to the whole situation, but right now, I mean, I kind of believe Kale, she didn't deny the cheating. And she's saying it's narcissistic for him to, want to unalive himself after finding out that his wife is cheating on him. Yeah, she's trash. I mean, it sounds crazy. She sounds like an extra from Clueless movie audition. But why? No K word. No K word. No K word. No K word in my chat. Come on, it's unalive. I'm not timing you out, but I got to delete that. Come on. Just say you were being loose as a goose, right? Like, come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. It happens every day. People on a live or something. Yeah, man, it's sad. It's sad. So for her to say that it's narcissistic, I don't know, man. That's crazy. Yeah, it seems like she's trying to justify her BS. You said, girl, stop, right? Taisha on that bull-ish. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Mari says the lie detector says, yeah, the lie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This is all alleged, but it's like, I don't know. I believe she's allegedly saying that he might like both men and women. Yeah, she says that. Okay. So, girl, you didn't have children by other men while you were married to him. That's what I'm saying, didn't she? I don't know. Yes, agreed. He's involved in an industry that the regular person may or may not have to have experience. They are exposed more than a lot of folks. Fame, yeah, man. It sucks, man. It sucks, man. It really sucks. Let me see. Yeah, Hollywood is insane. Anybody that wants to join Hollywood after all of this stuff has been coming out, hey man, I don't know what to tell them. Like you see the writing on the wall with all this weird stuff going on, allegedly. Yeah, he was excited, but not knowing he was happy for someone else's child. You were caring. That's what I'm saying, right? Like that's why his story seems way more believable. Okay. She knows she was wrong for doing him like that and have been grimy before she met him. She just so happens to get caught because of pregnancy. Kel don't have no reason to lie on Taisha. Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like to me. Now, he could be lying. We don't know. We don't know this guy as a person, but his story just seems way more believable, okay? Her saying that him wanting to unalive himself due to her cheating on him and saying that it's narcissistic I feel like that's narcissistic for her to say that, I appreciate you. God bless 23 for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. He was probably already struggling with issues and she didn't help. Yeah, man, it seemed like he was already dealing with stuff mentally, y'all. He was already dealing with stuff mentally. But we got more, man. She got more to say, y'all. But wait, there's more, okay? So check this out.
Anyway, so his Kel's math isn't mathing. He is not talking about me. I am not the one that is pregnant. It's not even physically possible. The very first time that I had sex, I was impregnated with my son, who is here, and he's alive and well, and there could not have been an abortion in between any of that, because obviously that's not how it works, right? So we were 18 when our first child was born, so I don't know what he's talking about. And then 19, nobody was born. But that's why I'm saying that, I really do think that sometimes when people have mental issues and they have, well, I don't even know if it's a mental issue, really. I just think that Kel such a bitch that he thinks that this is how he stays famous, is to just act like a poor guy with my wife cheating on me. It makes the stuff that he did to myself and our children more tolerable.
So she hasn't denied that she cheated on him, y'all. So why isn't it believable that she did get pregnant by other dudes? This is crazy. Y'all notice that? She has not denied cheating on him. She did. So I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. She doesn't seem remorseful at all. Okay? No one will have known about her if it wasn't for him. Exactly. Crazy. You said, wait, did she call him a B? Yup, she called him a B word. It's crazy. You said, who is this broad? It's his ex-wife. It's his ex-wife. You said a straight dust bucket. Yeah, man, that's what it seemed like, man. She seems dusty, man. I ain't gonna lie. She doesn't really seem like a good person. She don't seem like remorseful. She don't seem like she's sensitive to this guy's feelings. He wanted to unalive himself due to her cheating on him. And she said that's narcissistic. Now she claims that he was putting his hands on her though, y'all. Did y'all know that? She claims that, he was very physical with her and, that he likes men, Hey, Ashley, appreciate you being here. Grape Tea Game, we in the building. You said you didn't get a notification? I'm sorry about that. You're good. Replay game. Grape Tea Game, we in here. Yeah, it seemed like, you did everything that he said. That's what it seeming like. You said, yo, you're so welcome, my friend, my brother. It's all love. Thank you so much. This is crazy though, man. You said they're young. They was young. That's not an excuse. Being young is an excuse for cheating on your husband and allegedly being pregnant with other people's kids to the point that he wanted to unalive himself. I don't think that's an excuse. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. I'm glad he eventually chose himself. This woman would have took him through even more. That's what it seemed like. She said he put his hands on her on Tasha K. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. So she has her side of her story too, So we hearing her out though. Let's go.
Because I'm such a terrible, whore, slutty woman who sleeps around what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? It's really interesting to me because he lies about stuff that's just ridiculous. Very ridiculous. And all of this abortions and all this stuff. And the reason why he says all of these things, I think, are because he's a narcissist. And I have done several videos about how narcissists abuse you at your weakest moments. And so one thing that I had to do, and I'm also a mathematician, so I'm always paying attention to patterns, and I had made a journal. In my journal, I realized that, oh my gosh, that Kel physically abuses me anytime I come out of the hospital, because that's when I'm at my weakest. And so I think that what Kel is trying to do, he's trying to recreate the story to make there be a reason other than the fact that I'm really sick and I have a critical disease, and so I'm forced to go to the hospital a lot. And so he doesn't want anybody to feel sorry for me with all the medical records. So instead, he's trying to equate me going to the hospital with abortions, which is, unfortunately what these kinds of narcissists do. And the older that they get, obviously, the better that they get, because I'm sure nobody would even think to put those two together. But I always would have to think about what Kel was thinking, because this is just what happens when you're in these kinds of relationships that are abusive, because you're constantly trying to figure out, like, how do they get to these crazy ideas in their head. And so you're constantly just trying to figure them out. I don't know. That was just me. I was constantly trying to figure this man out for the majority of our relationship. So, well, that's about the abortions. I guess I'll have to do some more videos.
Do y'all believe her? Do y'all believe her? All that didn't stop you from hunching on other men. Hey, that's why her story is not. I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem as believable. But she could be telling the truth. I don't know. I definitely don't. Yeah, I don't either. Is this chick a Christianimal, a mathematician? Allegedly. That's funny, man. Not excuse, but women and men cheat all the time. I still don't get your point though. Like, what do that mean? Do that mean that he's a narcissist? And that because he wanted to unalive himself because his wife was cheating on him and allegedly getting rid of other guys' babies and stuff, and he's thinking that it was his child. I'm still not understanding what you're saying. No excuse for pain. She doesn't seem likable. I don't understand how she was married. Hey, man. Yeah, the gaslighting is crazy, huh? Crazy. Let me see. Girl, you just yapping. What are you even saying, Capiana? I'm trying to make sense of what she's talking about and how she's like. What is she talking about? I don't know, because she never denied cheating on him. She's just saying that she didn't get rid of no babies. And he said that she cheated on him multiple times and he kept taking her back. These people really be talking at the camera like someone cares. Find a therapist. You say you've been there before? Oh, man. I've always questioned when people constantly say like all the time. How long was they married? I guess for a while. I guess for a while. But let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. I think there was another clip. Hold on.
Think about me.
I think this is when he talks about this again. So we can listen to this one more time, what he was saying. So let's make this a little bigger. Let me do this. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see how I can make it bigger again. Hold on. Yeah, like this. Okay. We can check it out like this, man. Fair use. Let's go.
Was that relationship is very important, and you need to let people know how you feel. At that time, I wasn't doing that.
Right.
There was a trust thing. You know what I mean? I had already been through death, within my family in Chicago, and all these things were going on. At this point, both of my uncles was murdered. I had a friend that was murdered that we talked about.
Yep.
All this happened.
Wow. So all of this happened at that same time that, his wife was cheating on him and stuff like that. So that's why he wanted to unalive himself. Like he just felt like life wasn't worth living anymore, man. And he was going through all of this pain and stuff. And I'm really sorry he had to go through that. Because like I said, if you notice, she hasn't said that she didn't cheat on him. She never said that she didn't. So I don't know, man. I don't know. She's not really looking like the good guy in this situation to me.
Around the same time. And so there wasn't any, no, I wasn't seeing any therapist or anything of that nature. I was just working constantly with working on the show. And within doing that. And then at that time too, I ended up marrying my ex-wife, because we had another baby. We had a baby, right? We had the abortion, but then we had a baby. And she ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine. And so within that process, you are immediately married within a lie already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the marriage was never the same after that, was it?
No, it was. This is at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is at the beginning. And so within that process,
she probably should have kept that to herself.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's not a good way to build a relationship. The foundation of a relationship, especially with him going through all of that mental stress and losing people and stuff like that. And she over here cheating on him, and she said that he's a narcissist. He said that he's a narcissist for that. I'm trying to understand, how is he a narcissist for wanting to unalive himself due to his wife cheating on him? Like I'm trying to make sense of that. A healed woman will bring out the best version of a man. Likewise, a healed man. Yeah, it goes both ways. That's no reason to get married. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know, man. It's actually a really sad story, man. Right. She made it about her. He was dealing with a lot. Exactly. Yes, definitely confused on what she's talking about. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She clearly exposing herself as the narcissist. So she's the narcissist. That's what it sounds like. This is why people have to be careful who they have kids with. Yes, exactly. That's actually a great point. That's a great point. But look, y'all, there's more. She has more to say, y'all. Okay, she has more to say. She even go as far as to say that this guy is zesty. She says he's zesty, y'all. She's saying Kel is zesty. That's what she was dealing with. She was dealing with him dealing with other men, allegedly. Okay, all right. So look, shout out to Art of Dialogue for the post. While responding to her ex-husband's Club Shay Shay interview, Kel Mitchell's ex-wife, Taisha Hampton, accuses him of putting his hands on her, okay, and claiming she caught him with another man, all right? And she actually looked really different back then. I know they were younger, but she actually looked younger now. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, check this out, man. Fair use. Let's go. Let me make it bigger for you guys. Let's go.
So, Kel, who is this person that was pregnant? Because it was not me. Like, who was this? And then other thing is, like, how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember your kids for like years? Like, I don't even know, 13, I don't know, 14. And then how do you remember all these pregnancies, but you don't remember Nick, in my cheerleading outfit, right? Like, how does your memory work exactly? Because you remember lots of things about me from a long time ago, and it just kind of odd, like how your memory works. Like, you don't remember, I don't know, do you remember your daughter in a car accident? You remember your son losing his tooth? You remember taking your kids' money? Do you remember being completely physically, mentally abusive? Do you remember that you used to beat me and hit me and choke me and strangle me when I would come out the hospital because I have a single beta thalassemia disease. Do you remember that? Do you remember that you were addicted to sex? Do you remember that? Do you remember me catching you with a man? Do you remember that? Do you remember?
Wow. She dropped the bombshell, y'all. She said catching her with a man. You said, is she bleaching? He does look a lot lighter, huh? He does. Is that why she looked different? She just looks different. She for the streets. This was already a fail from the beginning. He didn't have a chance. He married a demon. She wanted to control him. Yeah. Why does she have more to say? Kale doesn't really usually bring out any drama. Yeah, I mean, that was actually the first time I seen him actually have a whole interview. Like, Kale hasn't really been in the spotlight like that, right? You said she definitely didn't care for him? Yeah, that's what it seems like, man. This is so sad. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, this is the same woman in the picture. This is the same woman. You know?
Remember you using the money that I created to pay for an entire woman's place? Do you remember that? Do you remember taking the kids to Chicago and not telling me? Do you remember unilaterally filing for divorce and then moving back in with your mistress? Do you remember that? It's just, your memory is so strange. Like, do you remember that you didn't have any money for 5 years and the studio told you that, basically told everybody that you were dead?
Wow. She's spilling the tea, y'all, but is it real tea though? Do y'all believe her? Who paid for your degree as a mathematician? Uh-oh. Yeah, because they said they had a baby young, so they was obviously some form of high school sweethearts. She said she was pregnant with her first child with Kale at 18. So they've been together forever. They was together for, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that Nickelodeon, all that Keenan and Kale money did fund her degree. But I don't know. I've never met her, and I usually advocate for women, but I don't like her simply because she's reckless, talking mean stuff about him. Yeah, man, this is crazy. Yeah, some people just talk too much. Yeah, man. I don't know. She could be telling the truth, though.
And so I had to write a pilot for you. Do you remember that I wanted to be a mathematician, but instead I decided to be in a rap group with you? Do you remember that? Do you remember that when no one else was talking about you, I produced and wrote Kel Videos Live? Do you remember? Do you remember I also wrote and produced Ganked? Do you remember that? Do you remember that movie that you did with Cedric the Entertainer? You know, the one that I gave you? Do you remember that you took that and you sold it for $2,500? Do you remember?
Wait, what is she talking about? So she write movies now? She write movies and she rap and all that? Like, I don't know what this woman does. I wouldn't even know her if she wasn't the ex-wife of Kel Mitchell. So, I mean, she could be telling the truth, but I don't know. It's given like, what are you talking about, girl? You know? It's given like, what are you talking about? You know? I don't know.
Remember that? Because your memory is so interesting to me, because I don't know why you didn't remember that I don't even like bodily fluids. So that I was actually relieved to find out when you were cheating. When I found out you were cheating, I was relieved. Did you remember that? Do you remember that I lost my virginity to you? Do you remember that? So
what does that have to do with anything? Because you notice she never said, hey, remember I didn't cheat on you? You notice that? She's never said that. So, you know, she confirms that, hey, I cheated on you and you're narcissistic for wanting to unalive yourself. So, I don't know, man.
So, your memory is interesting. So, I think we should, you know what, let's let's figure out, like, let's sit down, let's have a sit down and let's think about, this memory. I have a few items that might, jog your mind to help you with some of that memory. I don't know if this is like, beginning Alzheimer's or something, but yeah, let's talk about it though, because I'm ready.
She want all the smoke, y'all. She want all the smoke. How could she want to be a mathematician when the math ain't math? Put a helicopter in the chat for Sharon. That is a good point. The math ain't mathing. How you a mathematician and the math ain't mathing? You said that's why she talking like that, because she's manipulative? Yeah, it seems like she married him for the wrong reasons. Once the reasons didn't fulfilled, she went buck wild. That's a good point. That's a good point. That could be true. Why she talks like 6 different people at once, right? Scary. It's definitely scary. Hey, Miss Bugs, appreciate you being here, love. Appreciate you being here, love. Grape Tea Gang. Don't they have kids? Like, why tell this? Hey, man, she doesn't care. Even if she's telling the truth about him allegedly, there's a certain way to discuss this. She sounds scorned. You got a point. I can't argue with you. She talks so much you have to be on narcotics. These narcissists always projecting. She's a sellout. Wait, what? Girl, you seen money. So if he did all that, you stayed. So you both are terrible to each other. That's what I was saying. They both bad people. Sounds like she's mixing some truth with lies. Yeah, that's what I was saying. She could be telling the truth with a lot of stuff. How could he be addicted when she's the one getting around like a set of railroad tracks getting laid everywhere? Yeah, I mean, she never denied that she wasn't cheating on him. Hey, Belinda. She gaslighting for real. Just say you a thought. Yeah, right. Narcissist. She talking about everything but the allegations, right? She sounds so manipulative. Okay. Yeah, you were cheating because you were happy he was cheating. The movie was called Dance Fool, and I think Cedric co-wrote that. Was not a great movie. Yeah, she said that she wrote it. And he only sold it for $2,500. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. So it seemed like you guys aren't on her side. It seemed like a lot of y'all are pretty much Team Kale. It seemed like a lot of y'all are Team Kale. He seems like a pretty down-to-earth person. And she never denied. She looks really different though, y'all. I don't know. She looks different. Kale looks the same. He just, it's just 20 years later probably. Because this is obviously an old picture. This picture got to be probably 20 years ago, early 2000s, mid 2000s or something. And I don't know, man. I don't know. For right now, I'm leaning more towards Kale. His story sounds just way more believable. It sounds way more believable. I don't know. You said maybe a nose job. You said she bleached. Kale's give crackhead vibes. Allegedly, but I don't know. And the nose job and the bleach. I don't know. With her, I mean, could be a possibility, but we'll just say allegedly. We don't know. Yeah, she does look older there. That's what I was saying. Whoa, yeah, she looks different, right? She literally looks like a whole different person. I will fear for my life. These types will unalive. Oh, you talking about her? Hey, LL. He says salute to you. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to the Grape Tea Gang. I'll drop some grapes for the new members, y'all. Hopefully you enjoy the show. You said bleaching had work done and entertaining others allegedly. Yeah, could be.